Hello guys, so I'm quickly going to show you how to reset the infotainment on the Hyundai Creta. I'm not sure if this works for the Kia Seltos, which is a sibling for this car, which also employs a similar unit. But we are in the Creta right now, and I'm going to quickly show you how to factory reset this particular unit. And this is not about the regular reset that you have in the settings. This is the absolute factory reset for this particular unit. So I have set the volume to 22 right now. Sorry, the FM is playing, but you have to leave it on FM is what I'm told. So I hope you can hear me clearly. Press the setup, press the version info/update, reduce the volume to 7, press on this title once, then bring it down to 3, press on the title again, then bring it down to 1, and then press on the title again. You will see that the menu changes to a password input. The password is 2400 by default. Press OK. It goes into the dealer mode for this particular unit, and in this there are different options like the log, connected car service, the history, the system history, the system info. There is also the version or the update for the air purification system, media, location, diagnostics, all those kind of things. So this is what your service center uses. And then you go into factory reset, and then you hit reset. This will erase all of the data, is what it says. Of course, that is what it means. That's exactly what I'm going to do right now. It's rebooting. So you might want to sometimes use factory reset if your Blue Link, for example, is not working, or if you're having some sort of issues which the regular reset is not solving for you. You might have to use a factory reset. Those are the only scenarios that I can think of. Maybe check with your dealer what are the other scenarios where they might ask you to reset the entire system to its factory defaults. But yeah, that's what I've done right now. Why have I done it? Well, it's basically to reset the Blue Link on this particular car, and then set it up for my particular use. So I hope it was helpful in case you need to basically reset this system to its factory defaults, and I hope you can hear me clearly because of that FM sound. Now here's a different problem though. This factory reset that I've just shown you won't work for another problem which seems to be common with this car. Not just the new infotainment, but also the previous Creta. So I just unlocked the car in front of you. The car's been locked for almost an hour, and you will see that the display is actually not going off. I had turned off the display purely to save battery, but it's not turning off on its own completely. So even when this is off, you can see it's slightly bright. That essentially tells you that it's still running. And the problem with this is that it's not communicating with any of the other hardware. So for example, the display is on again. You'll see that it's not making any changes, any selections, right? So the factory reset that I just showed you, that requires the volume button, that requires the setup button, so that doesn't work here. And it's happened to me previously on the pre-facelift or the last generation Creta, where something similar happened, and that was a different display. This is a different display. This is a larger display. So even when I turn on the car, essentially nothing works, right? Even if I were to put it in reverse, the camera doesn't come on. The parking sensors are working to tell me here that they're working fine, but the camera doesn't come on. So essentially it's not communicating with the rest of the hardware. Even the volume control switches here aren't working. So the only option now is to take off the battery terminal. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. Now Hyundai also tells me that sometimes this happens when an OTA update is being pushed to the car. So to make sure that it's downloading, it might do that. But right now, none of that is happening, and yet, uh, you know, this display is giving me these problems. So essentially, what we are doing now is disconnecting the negative terminal of the battery. You have to be a little careful here because there are these spacers in there. There. So I'm just leaving this battery terminal here, this negative terminal here, so that it doesn't touch any other metal contacts. So the lights are not coming on, nothing's coming on inside the car because we've removed the negative terminal, we've cut all power supply to the electronics, so the display is finally gone off. So now I'm just going to connect the terminal again. A little bit of sparking will happen, don't touch it directly. That's what I've been holding here. If you can, wear safety gloves. Unfortunately, I don't have them right now. So I didn't completely remove this, right? And that was basically to save the spacers. They haven't fallen anywhere. I only just loosened it a little bit so that it could easily come off. And you can just do that. And now I've tightened it again. Also be careful, you don't want to end up over tightening anything, but just make sure that you tighten it enough for it to be secure. And the display has come on as well. Right, so the display is working fine. The switches are working fine. Everything's working fine now. So if the display hangs up on you like that, all you need to do is just disconnect the negative terminal and you should be good. So well, I hope this helps you. I've told you how to factory reset the system, or if the system hangs up on you, what is the best way to just quickly undo all of that. It's not going to take a lot of tools. That tool or that spanner is included in your toolkit in the Creta, and honestly this can happen to any new infotainment system. With all these systems, with that infotainment system having to communicate with so much hardware, things can sometimes go wrong like this. So all you need to do is just remove the negative terminal, cut all the power supply, restart redo the power supply, and you are good. And that's exactly what we've done. It took all of 5 minutes to do this, and it saved the battery, because if I would have left it that way, not noticed that this has happened, probably when I came back tomorrow morning, it would have probably drained the battery. It has happened to us with the previous Creta, like I said, when we took it to Ladakh once. But thankfully, we could quickly recharge the battery and continue with our trip. But to save you from that hassle, this I think is a very quick solution. I hope you liked it. I hope you can share this video with other Hyundai owners, other Kia owners, other car owners, because this could help a lot of people out there. Thank you so much for watching. Do subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and do share it with as many people as you can.